Captain Bargerone struck a characteristic pose, which is to say that he stood very still with his hands hanging limply down the seams of his sky-blue shorts and rendered his face without expression. It was a form of self-control he had practiced several times on this trip, particularly when confronted by his master explorer. "Do you wish me to take what you are saying seriously, Ainson?" he asked. "Or are you merely trying to delay takeoff?" Master Explorer Bruce Ainson swallowed. He was a religious man, and he silently summoned the Almighty to help him get the better of this fool who saw nothing beyond his duty. "The two creatures we captured last night have definitely attempted to communicate with me, sir. Under space exploration definitions, anything that attempts to communicate with a man must be regarded as at least subhuman until proved otherwise." "That is so, Captain Bargerone," Explorer Phipps said, fluttering his eyelashes nervously as he rose to the support of his boss. "You do not need to assure me of the truth of platitudes, Mr. Phipps," the captain said. "I merely question what you mean by attempt to communicate. No doubt when you threw the creature's cabbage, the act might have been interpreted as an attempt to communicate." "The creatures did not throw me a cabbage, sir," Ainson said. "They stood quietly on the other side of the bars and spoke to me." The captain's left eyebrow arched like a foil being tested by a master fencer. "Spoke, Mr. Ainson? In an Earth language? In Portuguese? Or perhaps Swahili?" "In their own language, Captain Bargerone. A series of whistles, grunts, and squeaks, often rising above audible level. Nevertheless, a language, possibly a language vastly more complex than ours." "On what do you base that deduction, Mr. Ainson?" The Master Explorer was not floored by the question, but the lines gathered more thickly about his rough-hewn and sorrowful face. "On observation. Our men surprised 8 of those creatures, sir, and promptly shot 6 of them. You should have read the patrol report. The other 2 creatures were so stunned by surprise that they were easily netted and brought back here into the Mary Stopes. In the circumstances, the preoccupation of any form of life would be to seek mercy, or release, if possible. In other words, it would supplicate. Unfortunately, up till now we have met no other form of intelligent life in the pocket of the galaxy near Earth, but all human races supplicate in the same way, by using gesture as well as verbal plea. These creatures do not use gesture. Their language must be so rich in nuance that they have no need for gesture, even when begging for their lives." Captain Bargerone gave an excruciatingly civilized snort. "Then you can be sure that they were not begging for their lives. Just what did they do, apart from whining as caged dogs would do?" "I think you should come down and see them for yourself, sir. It might help you to see things differently."